Right, yo everybody, welcome aboard the Fenix again. Hotfix again. We're coming into New Orleans, runway 02, RNAV approach. We've programmed that now, we're already on final approach, so we've engaged app and we've engaged the engine performance mode for approach. We're descending through 6,000 at the moment, we've got about 18 miles to go, maybe 25 miles track, and we're basically coming in for POVI at 2,000, so basically hoping that this descent is going to get that happening in time. We've got about 10 miles to go. We're descending relatively quickly, but we are on the track according to this here. The local altimeter setting seems to be okay. What do we got here? 3001, so we need to put the 1 in there. There we go. So now we're fully correct. Runway is over there, it's in sight actually already. You can see the runway. It looks like we're actually on a pretty good descent profile so far. We're just coming in over the marshes now. Maybe the bayou, I'm not sure if that is the bayou. Is that even the word for it? Have I said it completely wrong? Who knows? Somebody correct me. Spoilers are armed. We'll set flaps to 1 now. That'll allow us to bring the speed back down slightly. Auto brake medium, it's a 2,000 meter runway, so we do want to get down relatively quickly. Seatbelt signs are on and everything else is set up. We've had a 50-minute flight today from Houston, George Bush International. I'm not sure if it's called that anymore, maybe it's just Intercontinental, who knows. But Houston KIAH, India Alpha Hotel. The big one. It's the biggest airport in Houston, I do believe. We're already cleared approach. There is a controller online. He's cleared us for the approach, so we're doing that now. And then we'll be shortly switching probably hopefully to a landing clearance. And hopefully a smooth landing. It seems like Microsoft's new gust model has been wreaking a little bit of havoc. So as soon as the winds are above about 4 or 5 knots, you do actually have a little gusts, which are quite tricky to deal with, little bumps in the flare and stuff like that. So as you can see, as we're turning onto final, the wind vector is constantly switching from about 10 to 16 knots, so 17, 18, 17, 16, 15, and so on. It's never quite the same, and that is realistic. I mean, the wind is never constant, so it's good, it's better for reality, but it makes it a bit harder to land. A United 6044 established final approach.
United 6044, the wind at 010 for 11, gust 18, runway 2.
Oh shit. Cleared land runway 2, United 6044. Right, so we've got wind is 11, gusting 18, so we've already got gusts actually reported in the METAR. So this is probably not going to be a nice landing, I'm not going to lie. Like, don't expect miracles from me. I'm not that good at this. I'm alright at it, but, you know, the last few landings I've done, I've been doing a full video thinking, oh yeah, I'll film this one will be for the YouTube. And then when I actually make the landing, it comes in at like minus 10 million feet per minute, and I just think, no, we can't publicize that. That's terrible. We can't have them know that I'm useless at this. So we've got 2 miles to POVI, and then it's another 7 or 8 miles to the thing, so I'll do gear down now. As you see, we're also struggling to get down below the profile again, so the gear is going to give us an extra bit of downwards drag. 2,500. We've got our Swiss registration here, which is absolutely nonsense since we're flying a United Airlines aircraft. There we go, look at that, lovely, lovely. Still no wind user. That's a good view, I like that one. Let's do another level of flaps. 2, 3. Now that I would like to talk to Fenix about is the deployment of flaps 3 causes a huge nose down pitch, which causes a dive below the glide path. And I don't think that's quite the case somehow. So what's the view like? Currently the view. Let's do our final flap layer there. Look at those flaps wobbling around. There's a bit of yaw. aircraft fighting back to fix it. You just about see New Orleans over the window there. Got some bridges ahead. Let's get back to the cockpit then. Right, clearance is received. Power station on the left, we will go towards that. We've got landing lights on, seatbelt signs on, spoilers armed, flaps full, auto brake medium, established on final approach course, and runway in sight. So from here it's basically a case of not fluffing it up. So you can see the aircraft struggling with the gusts now, so I'm actually going to take over. Does require a bit of micro adjustment there.
Speed, speed, speed. Speed, speed, speed.
I'm not going to get minimums, and I forgot to put anything in there, so we'll just
500.
take this as it comes, really. All sorts of yaw motions. Ignore the water there, that's... I'm going visual now, looking okay. I'm holding that.
Correction, American 1779, who wants approach, push approved, advise ready to taxi, runway 2.
One 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Take the next exit since this one's got a big X on it. Flared a little bit too early there. As you saw, about 50 feet I was already quite nose up, so I idled and then let the plane come down before trying to pull it off for the last minute, but obviously a little bit of a hard landing. There's flaps up. Master switch, APU bleed and start. Yeah, that oversteer thing still happens, love it.
United 6044, check to park via Sierra Hotel, have a good night.
Sierra Hotels are parking United 6044, good night. Sierra and then hotels the next right there. Landing rate wise, no idea. 272 feet per minute, yeah, sounds about right. I'm struggling to get below 200 at the moment. 1.04 Gs, yeah, it'll do. It'll do. Considering the conditions, not terrible. Definitely ended up too low on approach and needed to have the information put into the FMC because we didn't have GS Mini, which would have helped us kind of battle through some of that gustiness a little bit better. Here's our stand. Parking brake, and now we check the landing time. Was at 3:09, it's now 4:02, that's 3.5 minutes. Off with the engines. Yeah, so gust model is not helping people with Fenix. If you're getting bothered about it, it is also a gust model that's messing with the winds on final approach. It's very intense sometimes, as it should be. It is, as soon as the wind is more than 5 or 6 knots, it can get quite bumpy, so to speak.